Hey dolls and friends, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michon and I do weekly DIYs and hauls. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. So today's video, I have some really quick and easy ideas for your room decor. Now, I actually made these for one of my guest bedrooms in my home, and I wanted to share it with you guys so that you can get some inspiration on maybe duping some bedroom or room decor in your home. So if you do enjoy this video, I'd love if you give me a big thumbs up, as it definitely helps out my channel. If you're new and love what you see and you also love a budget-friendly DIY decor, then I would love if you would consider subscribing and hitting the bell right next to it so you're notified every time that I upload. Also want to say this video is in partnership with Lull. Alright dolls, let's go ahead and jump right in. So we're going to start off with this wall decor sign. Now this is kind of a dupe I've seen on Kirkland's and Hobby Lobby. So I took two tall Dollar Tree signs. These ones say home with a galvanized heart in the middle. I got these probably about a year ago. So the first thing I did is just remove the heart, and then I saw that the paper was peeling up. So I did my best to peel up all of the paper that was over this because I really wanted to have this side painted because I love the faux shiplap lines in there. So I was actually able to get all of the paper up and I was super excited about that. So this is what it looks like after I am done with that. Then I flip them over to the back side and am going to remove that twine as well as the staples in the back, and then I glue these together. So I put a generous amount of hot glue on the middle, like where they meet, and then I'm going to just secure it a little bit more in place with some scrap pieces of paint stir sticks that I have. So these are just sticks that I've cut down and the leftovers for them. So I just hot glue those to the back in like this T shape. And once that is all dry and set up, then I'm going to flip that over and give this entire sign 2 coat paints of my white chalk paint from Rust-Oleum. When that's dry, I then go to the sign and I take a knife and just kind of dig a little bit deeper to get that indentation that is there because the paint kind of covered it up. After that, I have these wood dowel rods that I picked up from the Home Depot. They're really, really long. You can probably make 2 to 3 signs out of this depending on the size. So what I'm doing is using these as my border around this picture. So I just measure that down and cut it down to size using my miter shears, and I just put the top ones, like the top and the bottom border piece, on the inside of the 2 side pieces. Once I have those cut down to size, I then sand down the edges because they were a little frayed. So I sand those down just to get a smoother end to them. And then I'm going to take my ink chalk paint from Waverly and give each of these 2 coat paints of this color. And I only paint 3 sides of these wooden dowel rods when I do paint them because the other side that's not painted, it adheres to your surface a little bit better than having to try to stick to paint and then a surface, if that makes any sense. So after that was dry, I just adhered them to the picture using some hot glue. Next, I went to my Cricut Maker and cut out the phrase, "Be our guest and make yourself at home." And then I just adhered them with my transfer tape. There's like 2 different ways you can use transfer tape. A lot of people have asked me what my method is, and sometimes I will stick it to my shirt and then transfer an image over. On this one, I didn't do that. I just peeled off the transfer tape to the backing that it was on and just went to town with this, and it came up pretty easily. I didn't have any problems with this at all, but you just kind of got to keep working with what you been doing, and there's always other products out there too. But after I was done placing my wording here, my sign is complete. I think it's so pretty. I really love it, and I can't wait to style this in my guest bedroom. Once we saw the goodies were here, Caleb helped me bring them inside of the house, and then my husband helped me unbox this thing. And man, this mattress is really packed in here. It's very well insulated, and it is actually a lot of fun to roll out. And I mean, this wrap around this mattress is so super thick, and it just protects it so well. But it's amazing to see what this thing does when you open it, and after all of the plastic is off. We laid it across the bed to get the right positioning before we open it again, because there's another vacuum sealed wrap that is over Lull's Original Mattress. But once my husband cut through that plastic and the air just filled it, you can see it just rises, and it is so nice. And I just could not wait to jump on this bed. Lull's Original Mattress offers 365 night trial, free shipping and free returns, and lifetime warranty. And it is seriously the perfect mix of comfort and support. I put my hand on there and you can still see my handprint. That's how soft you know Lull's Original Mattress is. It is definitely a high-end memory foam mattress, but also has affordable pricing. It was so easy to set up, convenient, and actually really fun to unbox. And the pillows are just divine as well. I am obsessed with this mattress. It's so comfortable. Lull definitely changed the way I sleep, and I enjoy it so much more. I'm the type of person that likes to read and do some computer work on my bed. So if I don't have a comfortable mattress, then my back aches, my legs ache, you know, like when your legs go to sleep. I really hate that. But with Lull's Original Mattress, I do not have that problem anymore. So if you're interested in trying out Lull's Original Mattress, go down to my description box, click the link. It'll take you to $250 off any size Lull mattress. It's also CertiPUR US certified, so they don't use any harmful chemicals or ozone depleters in their products. All right, getting back to the DIYs, I am making 2 faux barnwood doors. So from the Home Depot, I picked up 1 pack of 5-gallon paint stir sticks and 1 pack of 1-gallon paint stir sticks. So I'm using 3 of the tall, thick ones, and then I think I use 8 of the smaller ones. So the way I'm lining this up is putting 1 large paint stir stick and then 2 of the small ones. I'm just going to kind of meet them in the middle, and then another large one, then 2 small ones, and then another large one. You can see here what I'm doing, but this is how I lined it up and how it would give me the most coverage with just using 2 packs, which only cost $2. Trying to go real budget friendly here, but still giving you guys a nice high-end look. So once I have those lined up, I just mark those down, and then I'm going to cut them down using my miter saw and box. Super easy. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but I mean, it's really easy. After those are cut down to size, I'm going to take my sander, my finger sander, and just sand down the edges to where they're kind of serrated ends and they're just kind of frayed and everything like that. After that, I take a L-shaped ruler from Dollar Tree. And then I just put my sticks together using some wood glue. This is Gorilla Wood Glue, so it dries really quickly and it bonds really fast. I really love this glue, and it only takes a couple of hours to dry. And like I said before, when I was lining these up, this is why I cut the 2 pieces, or the 2 smaller ones. I just wanted a really straight, you know, barn door. I didn't want any of the handles showing, so that's why I cut down the smaller paint stir sticks and just kind of pushing them together to what would be my middle. After the glue dried, this is what I am left with. It's still a little wet, but it still holds together really good. Then I'm taking more of those smaller paint stir sticks, and I'm going to line them up on the top, middle, and the bottom, and just mark those down and then cut it down with my miter shears. Now, the 1-gallon paint stir sticks are a lot thinner and able to cut it down with this, so I didn't need a saw. My shears did just fine. And once I cut down 1 of those pieces, then I just measured the other 2 pieces with that piece. Then I sanded down the edges again and then adhered them with the wood glue. I also put a little bit of weight on these 3 pieces for them to dry onto like close to the other wood pieces, if that makes any sense. I then took 2 more of the small paint stir sticks, the 1-gallon ones, and I lined them up diagonally onto both sides of the door and just mark those down to cut those down to size using my miter shears again. This one was really easy. You just got to make sure that you get the right angle. And on one side of these paint stir sticks, part of the handle, like curving part, is still on there. So just be a little mindful of that. If you don't care, like I didn't, then hey, it'll work out for you. I was really going for an imperfect looking barn door. So I have a few chipped pieces of wood on these pieces, and it's totally fine because I love the little bit of imperfections on some wood pieces. And then again, once I have my correct measurements down, I just line it up and mark it down on the other piece so I don't have to do that over again. Sand down the edges again, and then adhere them with some wood glue and put a little bit of weight on it again for it to stick and stay. After everything was dry and it all looks good, then I took my elephant gray acrylic paint from Apple Barrel, and I'm just going to paint the inside of the barn door. So none of like the trimming is going to get this gray color. I'm actually just going to paint that white. And the gray gets about 2 coats and the white gets 2 coats as well. And then I go back over them and distress them a bit. After all the paint is dry, then I'm just going to go over and distress it with some black and white. So I'm using my black acrylic paint for the white portions, the trim of the barn door. And then I'm using my white chalk paint to distressed out the inside of the door where the gray is, and I just keep going back and forth until my eyes are happy. And I'm using a chippy brush for this. You can get them on plaidonline.com. And then I take my finger sander and start sanding down all over, going back again with some more paint and sanding down just a little bit more. Like I said, I'm wanting it to look super farmhouse and rustic and really weathered. So I just go back and forth until my eyes are happy. And then I just darken up the edges and like the corners of the trim of the door. And once I'm done with that, I wipe it down with a rag, a dry rag, of course, like dust it off. And this DIY is complete. I have 2 of them. They are so pretty. I love them. And I think they go great with this sign to go in my guest bedroom. Alright dolls, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!